The only red pill you need is the understanding that you create your own reality. To anyone who's ever actually watched The Matrix, you would know this. Okay, you would know that red pill goes much deeper than female nature, as some might call it. Okay, red pill is not meant to be about women. It's not meant to be about dating or anything that superficial. Red pill is meant to be about life. You have the power to control your thoughts. And by controlling your thoughts, you have the power to control your actions. By controlling your actions, you have the power to control your outer world. Okay, this is how greatness is made. It starts from the mind. But if you're so preoccupied with female nature and navigating through that and looking for hookups every day, you're not going to get anywhere in life. Okay, you guys need to start thinking bigger. You have to start thinking broader. Red pill is not about women. It's not about dating. It's about you understanding your power as a creator of your reality. Now, the reason why a lot of these red pill videos tend to get so many views is because a lot of men are very insecure and want to know how they can get women without working on themselves first. Okay, and this right here, this is the problem that a lot of men have that is going to keep them in that cycle of being lonely. Okay, because instead of working on themselves, they're seeking dating advice from people that are profiting off of their insecurities. Now, what you have to understand is that the people who make these red pill videos, I can't say if they believe the things that they're saying, or I can't tell what their intentions are, but I can tell you what they're doing. Okay, they are profiting off of your insecurities. I've even heard a very popular red pill YouTuber say that, he has other value to provide, but people only want to watch the dating videos. They only want to hear about female nature. So at the end of the day, I understand why, they make those videos. It's because that's what you guys like to watch. But what you have to understand is that that's not going to get you anywhere in life. Okay, red pill is not about women. It's about understanding that you create your reality. If you want to get a woman, I've given you guys the formula time and time again. And I've even proven to you guys that it works. But a lot of you have these self-limiting beliefs because you keep consuming this content about female nature. And you're so stuck in that victim mentality that your thought patterns are becoming counterproductive to your ability to actually attract women into your life. Now, if you really want a woman, I can tell you right now, the key is confidence. That's it. That's all you need. You just need confidence. If you have confidence, you will attract the right women. Okay, you can't attract all women. This is another thing that a lot of red pill people seem to get misconstrued. And I'm not necessarily talking about the creators, more so the consumers of this content, but you think that there's this one size fits all formula for all women. That doesn't exist. My formula is to help you find the right woman. Okay, that's it. I'm helping you find the woman that you will actually vibe with because she is out there. Okay, not all women care about your status. Not all women care about, the money that you have in your account or even your looks. These things may play into the attraction, but ultimately it's what these things represent. Okay, these things represent confidence. When you have confidence, you are a high value man. I don't care what anybody tells you. Being a high value man is not about having money. It's not about your status. It has nothing to do with that. Being a high value man is about being confident in yourself because at the end of the day, you need the confidence to achieve the status, to obtain the money, to level up in life. You have to have that confidence. How do you develop that confidence? You develop that confidence by loving yourself and working on yourself accordingly. This is what I believe red pill is meant to be about. I believe that at the foundation, red pill is not actually a bad thing. I think that red pill is all about focusing on yourself and not pedestalizing women, which I think that that's something that I resonate with deeply. I used to be a simp, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to that if you're watching this video or if you consume red pill content. You were probably once a simp, or as some might call it, a beta male, which, I hate using those terms, but, just for the sake of this video, you were a beta male and you're trying to learn how to become an alpha male. The only way to become a true alpha male is through confidence, by leveling yourself up, focusing on yourself. When you stop caring about getting women, that's when they'll start to chase you. I always heard that in the past, and I never believed it until it actually started to happen. Okay, it wasn't until I began to focus on myself, truly focus on myself and love myself, and detach from the desire of dating and finding that love within, that I began to attract it from outside of myself in abundance. And I was able to, pick the girl that I felt was best for me. And that's very important because when these options begin to present themselves, you have to have enough self-respect to pick the woman that is best for you. If your attraction is solely rooted in the woman's looks, it's only fair that the woman's attraction is solely rooted in your status. Okay, it's only fair, it's only right, it's a fair trade, an even exchange. And I'm not saying that that's wrong, but you have to be aware of what comes with that. This is where red pill comes in. Okay, understanding that there has to be that even exchange. There has to be that balance. If you have shallow desires, you can't be mad or bitter that women have shallow desires as well. And this is something that I had to realize. I found a girl that not only looks good, but matches my vibe. Okay, that's the most important thing. Finding a girl that matches your vibe. Because as a high value man, when you develop this confidence, you're going to be on your purpose. You're going to be on your A game at all times. And if you're not with the right woman, if she has no ambitions of her own, if she just wants to leech off of you, she's only going to hold you back. If you're with the right woman, she's going to push you forward. She's going to accelerate your growth because it's going to allow you to visualize your future in a more tangible way because part of your future is already there. Now, I know that this all seems like, a foreign concept to a lot of people that are addicted to red pill content. I'm not asking you to change your perspective. I'm only asking you to expand your perspective and think about what red pill is actually meant for. You see, a lot of people have these generalizations about women that all women care about status. But in reality, a lot of these generalizations about people come from your perception of yourself. Okay, so if you subconsciously know that you have shallow desires, you know that you don't have genuine desires and you don't have the other person's best interest in mind, then of course, you're going to attract more of that from outside of yourself. Like attracts like. Okay, if you have that type of energy, you're going to get that back. Karma, reaping and sowing, whatever you want to call it. You put out that negative energy, you're going to get it back. And you're going to get it back in abundance. If you can sit here and tell me that out of all the women in this planet, none of them genuinely like you for who you are, then I honestly don't know what to tell you. If you genuinely believe that, therapy might be a great option for you. And I'm not joking about that. Some of you guys actually need therapy. You need to swallow your pride and seek professional help. There is no shame in doing that. A lot of times red pill is a coping mechanism for people that are scared to face their emotions. This is a big problem, especially amongst men, because men are conditioned by society into believing that they cannot express or feel their emotions thoroughly. Okay, the only way for you to develop emotional intelligence is to actually feel them. You can't manage your emotions until you learn what they are. How can you ever expect to learn something if you don't actually practice it? And a lot of times, like I said, men find red pill as a coping mechanism because instead of improving themselves, they want to deflect the blame onto women, which in turn attracts more of that into their life and gives them confirmation bias. And in addition to that, on YouTube, with these red pill creators, you have communities of people who all feel the same way and give each other confirmation bias. And they perpetuate that belief system of victimization. Okay, and it's all subconscious. And what you have to understand is that when you consume a high quantity of this type of content, it's going to affect your thought patterns, which, like I said, affects your actions and thus your reality. You're going to start to see things differently. You're going to start to miss out on opportunities that might have been there. That girl that actually liked you for who you are, you're not going to notice her. You're only going to pay attention to the Instagram model who cares about your status. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that these women don't exist. Yeah, there are women that only care about your status, but not all women are like that. I'm going to give you an example. As men, we come here for one main reason, okay? And you know what that reason is biologically, and that's to reproduce. We come here to release, okay? We come here to spread our seed, reproduce, keep the population going. But through practices such as nofap or semen retention, we can essentially go against our nature, our biological nature for survival, to create a much better life for ourselves that is fulfilling for not only our bodies, but our souls. And while I'm not going to sit here and argue that, women aren't naturally hypergamous, I have no way of knowing that. I can't go into all women's bodies to figure out what they're thinking. But I can tell you that even if all of them are hypergamous naturally, it's possible to go against your biological nature, and semen retention is proof of that. Now, like I said, I think red pill at its foundation is a good thing because it encourages you to focus on yourself. As long as you don't misconstrue this message and think that it's telling you to give up on love. Focusing on yourself and giving up on love are two different things. You have to understand the difference between giving up and letting go. Red pill is about letting go, having faith that if you be yourself, if you are on your purpose, you are going to run into the right woman as long as you have an open mind.